Hey, good morning. So I did a little Google searching. I guess technically it's afternoon now. It is 1:25. Um, but I did a little Google searching. This one I came up with. It's a pretty simple process, and I'll link to the video that I used to watch, or that I used to do it as well. So um, we're going to be using a couple of different things we haven't used before necessarily. So I'm going to start by creating a circle mesh. Think of a circle mesh as a mesh without any polygons. It just has the vertices and edges in it. So we're going to take 3 of these and overlap them. Kind of like that. I think that looks okay. Next, we're going to take all 3 of them and join them together. So we select all 3, press Control J to join them together, tab into it. I'm going to select the vertices that are overlapping here as soon as I can get to the right tool. And so I'm just going to select all of these that are overlapping. Let's add that last one there. All right, and then delete those. So delete vertices. I'm going to select these 2, hit M to merge them at the center. And this is going to become the outside shape of my rope. So at center. Okay. Let's go ahead and jump back out here. Now I need to make sure my origin is in the middle of this. So right click, set origin, origin to geometry. And then we're going to Shift S and say cursor, cursor, selection to cursor. There we go. All right, so you can tweak that a little bit, make it look however you want, but that's going to be the basis for our rope. To make it look like rope, we're going to add a screw modifier. So we come over here and find the screw modifier, which is right here. Very good. All right, that's not exactly what we want. So we're going to set the screw distance to, so let's just say 1. And then we're going to change the axis here. Why aren't you working? Why did you work perfectly earlier? No, you're not. Oh, there we go. There we go. I did that incorrectly. So there we go. This will determine like how far it stretches out. And then we can create more of them if we wish by. So, all right, so there's the basis for the rope. Now we're going to create a path for the rope to follow to give it that kind of noose shape that it kind of has from the Clue game, if I remember right. So the next thing we do is, it's important that all of our stuff sits in the same spot, so we're going to make sure that we create our path exactly where the origin is for the rope. So Shift A, and this time we're going to go to curve, and we're just going to use a Bezier curve. Now it's very small, we can't see it yet, so we're going to jump in here, and I'm just going to grab this edge, I'm sorry, that vertex, and move it out here, way out here on the X. We'll grab this other one as well and make it a little bigger. So G, X, and we'll drag it down there. So now my Bezier curve's rather long. To make our rope follow the path, we need to grab the rope, and we're going to add a curve modifier. We're going to select the path, and then we're going to change the deform axis to Z. Now you'll notice that it's doing something kind of funky there, and that's because of the rotation of that vertex. And we're just going to come here. Oops, wrong one. I want to make sure that I have my my path selected. Now I'm going to tab into it, and you'll notice we got that little bit of a bend there. If I right-click on this vertex, I can change the handle type. And so like in this case, I could change it to automatic, and then that's going to straighten that out for me. Okay, now what I need to do is to begin to shape the path into the shape that I want the rope to be. So I'm just going to grab this, and probably the easiest way to do this is just to start extruding some edges. So while that is not pretty at this point, we're going to come in and we'll just grab all of these at once and set them all to set handle type to automatic. That's a little better. Okay. Now I could probably dissolve this one. I don't think I really need that one, so I'm going to hit X and say dissolve vertex. That just gets rid of it. Let's go ahead and move this one down, G and Z. If I want to change the path or the curve of the path, I need to come in here. I'm going to grab this handle. I'm going to press G, and as I turn that, you'll see that it changes my path as I move it up and down. So it's going to change the curve of my path. Let's go ahead and grab this one and bring it up in here a little bit. Let's do this. Even that around. I think I have an ugly vertex right there. I do. So again, X and dissolve. So as you can see, I can kind of come in here and I can really start to shape that path. Let's go ahead and grab this one and drag it up a little bit. There we go. So I can shape that path a little bit. And now if I tab out of this, go back into my rope shape, then I can increase the number of iterations, and that's going to finish filling out my rope. As far as the texture goes, if you're just making it look like a game piece, you know, a little silver or whatever, otherwise I'd recommend something like a burlap or just some sort of cloth material that you can put on there. All right, have a great weekend and happy modeling.